Up to the 5th of June this year, 38 children were reported missing from Tusla's care. That is something like, just to think a 10-year-old is just out there wandering around and something like this happened to her. It is abhorrent. Like, I can just... Everyone in the country is feeling this way. But the result is that there was a riot last night. This isn't doing anything for a 10-year-old girl, and the person who was charged, who has now been charged, he wasn't in Citywest. So, Eimer, you were at Citywest last night. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, as you said, obviously people have serious concerns about that incident, but what happened last night at Citywest was a full-scale riot. So I arrived there at around 7:30 p.m, and even at that stage there were hundreds of people there. It was really body to body. A Garda van was set alight. People were posing in front of that Garda van holding the tricolour while I was there.
Getting their selfies, were they?
Yeah.
Lovely, yeah.
Were getting selfies, and it seemed kind of like unafraid of being identified in that way, like without masks on, you know, although there were a lot of masked men there throwing bricks and missiles at lines of public order Gardaí towards the entrance of the hotel. There was someone on a megaphone telling people to go at the lines of public order Gardaí. You know, they were trying to break through them and throwing things at them, including fireworks. You know, we know that one Garda was injured. So I think a Gardaí will be prepared for it to happen again tonight. And maybe the response will have scared people away after what happened last night.
What were some of the chants? Because I'm assuming this was all directed at Tusla.
I didn't hear any chants that were directed at Tusla. People were chanting, "Get them out," Ireland for the Irish, and "Make Ireland great again."
I'd just like to say that yesterday, these are some of the things that happened. A man who fought state to reveal name of priest who raped him sues the religious order. Man jailed for 18 years for raping his daughter when she was between the ages of 5 and 8 years of age. This is just yesterday in relation to children who have been harmed in this country. Another one, mother facilitated rape of daughter by child's uncle at courtiers. 2 years jail for Carlo man who sexually abused younger cousin. Trust for me has been broken. Man to be sentenced for sexual abuse of nieces. These are just cases that happened yesterday in relation to the sexual abuse and rape of children. There were not riots outside the court where this happened, but there were riots outside this place. Again, a 10-year-old child has been assaulted. Jack, it does feel like there's some other motivation here and not just the protection of children.
Well, look, I think one of the kind of most trenchant and mobilising streams of thought, I suppose you might be able to say, on the right or in the kind of anti-immigration space, is this suggestion or this idea that overseas men from overseas, men with dark skin, effectively, are a threat to women and children.